problem and the risk to your drinking water. You may not know this, but Chicago has more than 400,000 lead service lines that need to be replaced.
Consumer investigator Jason Knowles is here tonight with a look at what he's working on for tonight at 10. And Jason, what has your research uncovered?
Well, yeah, let's first talk about that number, 400,000 lead service lines.
That's incredible.
That number is incredible. And yes, you guessed it, we do have the most in the nation. Not something to be proud of, but yes, the most in the nation. And so the city is trying to tackle this issue. But it could take up to 50 years to actually fix all this. You think 50 years from now, I mean, oh, wow, what a task. This is a family we actually talked to. You're seeing a video of right now. They're waiting to get their lead pipes replaced, and they're trying to do so. Residents can order free water test lead kits. That's the first step that they could do to see, you know, if they do have lead in their water or if they do have a problem. You can go to the Chicago Water Department's website to do this. And basically, you just go to their website. We're going to have all these special links on our story for tonight at 10 o'clock to help people navigate through all this. But you go to the Chicago Water Department's website and you can get a free test. You can also actually have someone come out to your home to help you too, to check and see if you have lead in your water. And then the city would check your lead levels and, you know, see what kind of problem you have and if you have lead pipes. And then you go from there to see what your options are.
All right, so first off, I had no idea we have the most lead pipes in the nation.
Yeah.
But then you think there's no way they can do this. It's going to take time.
You said 50 years.
Yeah, so
50 years, yeah.
That's how long they really think. I mean, that's the solution?
Well, there's just, you have to think about the infrastructure is just so great. And of course, there's a funding issue, and we're going to talk about that in a minute too. But we also want to just say no amount of lead is safe, but the solution right now, kind of for those that cannot get the lead pipes replaced, is the city is actually putting a safe chemical in the water. They're putting phosphate in the water. And this can actually help avoid the lead leaching in the water. And this is a great solution for now to kind of make that water a little bit safer as they're trying to replace all of these lead pipes. We do want to say that there's the city's lead service line replacement program, though. That's the next thing we want to talk about. That's the next solution, at least. After the phosphate, there's the city's lead service line replacement program, but that, too, has challenges, and that's what we're talking about when we're talking about that issue of, you know, the 50 years that it may take. Part of it's the infrastructure. Part of it is the finances and the financial issues. The city is only offering free replacement if you make under $84,000 a year. So this is great if you make under that amount, but this is also a big problem if you make a little over that amount. Of course, if you're making $84,000, $85,000, $86,000, $87,000, $90,000 a year, you may not be able to afford to replace those lead pipes, which could cost anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000. So there are so many challenges with this program, and tonight at 10 we are going to take a look at some of those challenges, and we're going to find out a little bit more about what the city is doing to find different programs, different funding, different money. And we're going to look at the data and look at the numbers and talk to people who are having these challenges of getting those lead pipes replaced. And we're going to tell you how many people have had this so far and, you know, what those numbers look like. But
do you talk to someone who has the pipes replaced? And how do you know there is a problem in your house?
Well, the first step is to get that free test kit.
Okay.
You can go to the city's.
There's nothing like you start sneezing or a rash, or there's nothing physical that happens that alerts you that there's something.
That's a great question, because so for children, I mean, this is for paint too, and we've extensively covered the lead issue in Chicago. They always say, especially for children, have your children tested when you go for a physical. There could be some symptoms for children. Not always for adults. Obviously, I'm going to defer to the health experts on some of those questions, but you always want to go and get a physical for children to make sure that they have not been exposed to lead, and that's lead water and lead paint. But we do want to say right now, this phosphate chemical that they are adding will hopefully reduce the risk greatly for most people.
You may not know this, and then we'll wrap it up because we're going to watch the full story at 10 tonight. How did we get here? Is it a funding thing? Like, what has this city done to, it just blows my mind that here we are, and we're leading the nation in the amount of lead pipes that are still being used by consumers.
Well, how we got here is just, it's history. I mean, this is before people didn't think that lead pipes were dangerous. They didn't think it was a big problem. This is the history of the city. I mean, we have a huge infrastructure, an old city.
Sure.
And so that's really the history of it. How long it took for people to realize that this was a problem and why it did not get replaced sooner. That's a good question, but they are doing it now. This was an initiative too under former Mayor Lori Lightfoot, but you do hear that 50 years. It's discouraging, but at least they are doing something, and hopefully there will be more federal money coming as well to help people.
It's about money.
Real quick, have you found out, is there a delay in getting an appointment to your house? Is there a long list? Is it people getting appointments?
Those test kits, we are hearing
they
come
come
pretty
out
quickly.
to your home.
They will do that too.
Okay.
Not always. I mean, the first step is that self-test
Do
kit
the
that they will
self-test.
send
Okay.
you. In some cases, you can get someone to come to your home. We haven't heard of any delays, so
Okay.
that's the very first step, though.
All right, I have one of those tests. I just need to use
good.
it.
Use
Yeah,
it.
I've had it for
Yeah.
a minute and just wanted to use it, but now I'm going to definitely use it.
Here, we'll see you tonight at 10. I know you're doing a lot of stories on lead paint. I bet this is going to spawn
Yeah.
a series of stories on this issue as well.
Yeah, hopefully a lot of interest is out there on this.
Jason, we'll see you at 10. Thank you.
Thanks so much for that.
Well, a single ticket purchase in California is the winner of the $1